Just one cryptic tweet from Ryan Cohen and meme stocks are soaring from their lows. And this is just days after Bed Bath & Beyond said it was going to have to file for bankruptcy. With retail investors starting to pile back into meme stocks, what does this mean for GameStop and AMC? Is this another meme stock rally? With Bed Bath & Beyond up 166% this week, this looks to be the start of another retail push into down and out stocks, forcing short sellers to cover positions and an overall massive short squeeze to push tickers back up to relative highs. Usually when trading these stocks with high short positions and retail injecting obscene amounts of cash, technicals go out the window. This is more of a momentum trading and you just ride the wave and hold on. GameStop's back up into the 20s, benefiting from this Bed Bath & Beyond push. AMC even briefly breaking the $5 mark. The original meme stocks still have a lot of retail investors holding on. With that, I would caution this time going around, with inflation and the economics of the US being uncertain, just be careful. What we saw with GameStop was that the original investors rode it up into crazy highs, then used retail investors as exit liquidity. Don't get greedy, realize those gains. Doubling and tripling your money invested is still a good investment. I saw a meme once that was talking about millennials expecting thousands of a percent gain, while the older generation were happy with a 10 to 15% gain. After a year of negative returns, riding Bed Bath & Beyond for a 200, 300% is still good. Now let's take a quick look at the market. Oh, and remember, inflation data comes out today, so be mindful of that. So today we'll start with the market itself, with inflation data coming out, CPI data coming out today. You can see that everything is relatively flat. It looks like Chinese stocks are actually opening up negative, with Baidu sitting at 1.59% negative and BABA sitting at negative 1%-ish. You can see that this is the daily. We've broken out of the channel briefly. And so what we can expect, because we're bouncing off this bottom resistance line right here, is that more than likely, if inflation comes out cooler, expect a big day today with a push up out of this channel. It's wanting to break out. This could be the bottom. Well, we're going to start, either we're going to see and this is my opinion, either we're going to see a slight push up, or it's going to be flat for a little bit as a consolidation. But we can take consolidation. That's a lot better than a downwards trend. We're going to go sideways for a little bit. People are going to be tired of staying in the market, and then that's when we're going to start seeing a slight push up. So be mindful of that. CPI data coming out, and we are starting to look like we're going into a accumulation phase, in my opinion, not financial advice. Now let's see what the cryptocurrency markets are doing. So as you can see here, Ethereum also had a big day with the markets. That positive inflation news that's been coming out had a brief push back over 1,400. And we can see that Bitcoin, the main driver of the market, is back over 18,000. Now, saying that, just remember, and you can see this chart. We've had an accumulation phase for the past few weeks, going back into November, past couple months actually, going back into November. And what we're starting to see is a little bit more volume going in. You see the VWAP, everything is starting to push back, and it's going to be a big push. The 18,000 mark is going to be a lot of resistance, and it's going to take a lot to get us back up into the 20s. But with this accumulation, we could be around a either relative bottom or the bottom of the bear market, going back into the 4-year halving cycle. If you look into that, about a year before we find a relative bottom, and then we accumulate with a slight increase up into the halving, with a year after the halving being the peak. And this is historical data, so take with it as with what you will. Trends are your friend. This is what Bitcoin usually does. Historical data is that a year before you start to accumulate, you start to have a slow rise up, and then a year after the halving is when we find a peak. Now, if you're enjoying these videos, if you're learning, if I'm keeping you up to date with the news and the meme stocks, give these videos a like, subscribe to my channel. We're new, we're growing, we're small, and I want to grow and be prepared for what 2023 has to offer with everyone. Thank you.